Hello everyone. Today I am going to talk about an standard in Algebra 1. I am currently teaching Algebra 1 for 9th semester. So I have chosen one standard in the Unit 3 investigation of linear functions and inequalities. I have chosen this standard. Write linear equation in two variables given a table of values, a graph, and a verbal description. So the reason because I have chosen this standard is because I consider that it is very important that the students relate what is the relationship between a real life problem and a math problem. So this is going to engage to the students. So they are going to come answer the question, what am I learning all of these things in the school? For example, for math, in the case of the linear function, it could be very helpful. So the idea in this standard is that the students learn to write linear equations. So the only verb that we have here in this standard is write. We have many nouns like linear equations into variables, table of values, graph, and verbal description. So the idea of this standard is that the students learn to write a linear equation, but before to learn to write a linear equation, they have to know how to identify if they are working with a linear equation or with a linear function in this case. So I think that the objective here in this standard is that the students know that they are working with a linear function. A linear function can be represented in many ways. For example, in a verbal description as a problem as a real life problem. Or well, it could be represented by a graph or by a table of values, or also as algebraic expression. So the objective of this standard is, first of all, that the students know how to identify that he or her is working with a linear function, with a problem of linear function, and then he can write a linear equation for this representation of a linear function. We have I have many activities that we could use to the student develop the skills to obtain this standard. For example, here I have one project where the student have two linear functions, and he have to describe a problem, a linear problem, to make a relationship between this graph and the problem. The student have to give an equation for this graph and solve the linear equation. Also, we could use this kind of activity in Kahoot that could help to the students identify the features in a linear function. For example, if it is given by a graph, or if it is given by a table, or just by a statement, or also if it is given by algebraic expression or a linear equation. Also, we have another activity, for example, this. The students have to pass since the algebraic expression to a table, and then to pass the table to a graph. and identify if this is a linear function or if this is not a linear function. It could be another kind of function, for example, a quadratic function, but he can have a linear function and he have to know how to identify if he is working with a linear function. All of these activities may involve in online class or in-person class, just changing some features. If you can give this in paper, for example, if you are in person, or you can project the Kahoot if you are in person, or the delivers of these activities can be online in a remote in a remote way. Just the students have to change all the values and make this graph when I share the link. The way to monitor that the student is learning what he has to learn is through this assessment. All of this information we have to gather in a list, making questions in class, putting them some problems to solve, watching if they are having a good performance. So this is the way to monitor, just through this kind of assessment. Well, I think this is all. Thank you so much for hearing me. Bye-bye.